Hyperia is a macro hyper coaster at Thorpe Park in Surrey, England, with a height of 236 feet and a top speed of 80 miles an hour. This is a very impressive coaster, but what do I think of it? After my one ride on the 8th of July 2024, I have a lot of thoughts about this coaster, and if you have also ridden Hyperia, comment below your opinion. I will be reading them all. So let's get into the ultimate review of Hyperia at Thorpe Park. I will work my way chronologically through the experience, so let's start with the area, Fearless Valley. Fearless Valley is home to a lot more than just Hyperia. It's also home to a snack stand, Fearless Fuel, a dessert stand named Cloud9 Treats, a Burger King which is well presented, a toilet block which is clean, and a gift shop named the Hyperia Gifts. Overall, it's a very stylised area and very well presented. So now let's enter the queue. There are 4 queue options: disabled queue, fast track queue, single rider queue which fills empty single seats on the train, and the main standby queue. I highly recommend using the single rider queue, as it is the free way to cut down your wait significantly. The queue is nothing special, just a lot of cattle pens and isn't really themed, more stylised, with boards. So let's move on to the next part of your experience, the station. After probably just waiting over an hour, onto the best themed area of the experience, the station, which is wonderful, with all the blueprints on the walls themed into the backstory, and the effects when trains dispatch and arrive back into the station. Unfortunately, as soon as I walked into the station, I had to straight away get on the train, so I couldn't take it in, but it was still very nice to look around, the little time I had in there. Now to the part that you've probably all been waiting for, the ride and layout experience. A little background information about my ride. I was on the back row, right seat of train 2. As you turn out of the station, into the outer bank, where you have your warm-up element, before you ascend up the 236-foot tall lift hill, offering great views of the surrounding area. Then, Hyperia kicks it into overdrive, diving down the 180-degree twisted vertical drop, offering great ejector airtime, which is the best part of the ride in my opinion. Then, you smash back into your seat before the Immelman, where you are back out of your seat. Before the second best part of the ride, the Outer Bank Hill and barrel roll drop, into an amazing stall, offering wonderful hang time, before the splashdown. But I'll be honest, this is the worst part of the ride and kills the speed, and that leads into the main complaint of the ride. It's too short. I would have loved 1 or 2 more floater elements, because this ride is ejector all the way through the experience, which is good, but a little floater would have been nice before the brakes. As soon as I got off, I was genuinely shocked. I was stunned. I couldn't believe what just happened. It was an amazing experience, and one I would definitely recommend. As you exit the ride, you enter Hyperia, the gift shop and ride photos area. This is where you can get all your merchandise, from fridge magnets to hoodies. There is a lot of selection and high quality items in this new gift shop. Prices are very reasonable for most of the items, and they do accept Merlin annual pass discounts. Overall, Hyperia is a great ride, and I would definitely recommend going to Thorpe Park and checking it out. With a world-class ride, but poor theming, for Hyperia's final score, I'm going to give it a 9.4 out of 10. It's not perfect, but it is fantastic. Thanks for watching the review. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and liking. It would be deeply appreciated. Thank you, and goodbye.